Hi, my name's Christy, and this is a short example video of an 11 plus tutoring lesson, specifically for the numerical reasoning side of the test. For today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on perimeter and area, which is just one of the key numerical topics that you need to be confident with for the 11 plus exam. So we'll begin by defining each of the terms so we know exactly what it is that we're looking at. So the perimeter is the total distance all the way around a 2D shape, and the area is the amount of surface it covers. So if we look at this five-sided shape, this pentagon, this blue outline is the perimeter. So all the way around the shape is its perimeter, and the area is this entire red section. Now to calculate the perimeter, it's quite simple. All you need to do is add together all of the lengths of each side of the shape that you're looking at. So for this pentagon that we have here, you'll have 5 lengths that you need to add together, and the total is its perimeter. Now for the area, it's quite different because it depends on the shape that you're looking at and want to calculate the area for. So for example, to calculate the area for a rectangle, it's length times width, whereas to calculate the area for a triangle, which we'll go on to later, is quite different. Now, it's also important to remember that at this stage, you should be very confident with all of your shape properties. So you'll understand more of what I mean when we go on to this example here, but it just means that you'll be able to apply your knowledge to solving these exam questions that you get. Now, if we go on to this example here, so you've been given a rectangle with 2 measurements here and here, but you've not been given these 2 measurements here. But because of shape properties, we know that this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side, because a rectangle has 2 equal sides. So we know this would be 6 centimeters as well, and this length here would be 12 centimeters as well. So once we've done that, we know all of the lengths for each side of the shape, and all we need to do is add together all these values. So we'll be doing 6 centimeters, add 12 centimeters, add 6 centimeters, add the 12 centimeters to get a total of 36 centimeters. Now always remember your units. Whatever units that they've been using in the question, that's what you'll be using in your answer as well. Now for the area, as we said before, to calculate the area of a rectangle, you need to multiply its length by its width. Now that would just be 12 centimeters times 6 centimeters to give you 72 centimeters squared. Now, you need to remember for all area questions, your answer should be squared. Now, let's move on to finding the area of a triangle. Now, we looked at a rectangle, and the formula for its area was just simply length times its width. But the area for a triangle is half times its base times its height. So you might be given triangles in either this format or this format. So for this triangle here, its base would be the measurement here, so the base of the triangle, and its height is the measurement from here to the tip of the triangle. So that's its height. Whereas for a right angle triangle, like this one on the bottom here, its base would be this measurement here, and its height would be this measurement here. So depending on which triangle you're given, you can input the values accordingly. Now, before we move on to this example, which you'll be having a go at, just to break it down, what it means by multiplying by a half, it also means the same as dividing by 2. So if you want to, you can multiply these 2 values here, so the base times the height, and then divide that answer by 2 instead of multiplying by 0.5. So I want you to have a go at calculating the area for this triangle here. It's in the same format as this. So remember the height is all the way through the middle of the triangle, and its base is given here, which is 8 centimeters. So let's have a look at the working out. So as we said before, the area is half times its base, which is 8 centimeters, times its height, which is 12 centimeters. And as I said before, you can multiply these values together, which gives you 96 centimeters squared. And remember, timesing by a half just means dividing by 2. If that makes it easier for you to understand, just think of it in that way, dividing by 2, which gives you 48 centimeters squared. Now, remember your units because it's an easy mark that you don't want to lose. Now, if we move on to this page, I've just taken this question from a CEM exam board 11 plus paper. So let's go through this together. The diagram shows a rectangular flag. It is split into 4 equal rectangles. What is the area of the shaded rectangle? So you've been given the units for this one here. Now I've just drawn the same image, that same rectangle, I've just copied it and made it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. Now we want to find the area of this rectangle here. That's the one that's been shaded. But we've only been given this length here and this measurement here. Now there's 2 ways that you can do this. So I'll let you have a go first before we go through the answers. So what we can do is, the first way, is to find the area of this big rectangle here. Because we've been given the values for this one, which is 4 and 6, to find the area, you just need to multiply these 2 values together to give you 24 centimeters squared. And because it has been split into 4 equal rectangles, all we have to do to find the area of each of these rectangles, they'll all be the same, is to divide that 24 centimeters squared, the area of the big rectangle, by 4, which gives you 6 centimeters squared. Now the other way to do it is to find the length and the width of this small rectangle in itself. Now we've been told that it's been split into 4 equal rectangles, which means that they've been halved essentially. So this length here has been halved, it's been cut straight through the middle, and this width has been cut straight through the middle as well. So it's been halved. So to calculate the length, all we need to do is this 6 centimeters divided by 2, which gives you 3 centimeters. So this length here is 3 centimeters. And the width, we do the exact same calculation, but with 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters divided by 2, which gives you 2 centimeters. So we have 2 centimeters here and 3 centimeters here. And now in the same way, you calculate the area, which is length times width, using the new values that we've just calculated. So that's 3 centimeters times 2 centimeters, which gives you 6 centimeters squared. So both of these methods give you the same answer. It's really up to you what you prefer and what you find easy. Now that's the end for today. If you do have any questions, do let me know and we can go